Giants Live just recently released their upcoming 2020 tour, and it's growing. They've been adding shows every year. You know, go back 5-6 years ago, they were struggling to try to pack one stadium for just Europe's Strongest Man. Then they started adding them, and now they're selling out pretty much everywhere they go. It's really, Strongman's just grown so much, and they're a big part of it. Put on great live shows. Fun to watch live streams for me. You can watch them at officialstrongman.com. I have no affiliation with it. I just think everyone should watch the good shows. It's like a little under $10 a month. So the first stop is going to be in Sheffield for on January 18th for Britain's Strongest Man. Other video, I broke down who's competing. It's always a good, Britain's Strongest Man's always good. It kind of sets the standard for national titles in strongman, and I think every other country wishes their national title got the same attention that Britain's does. I mean, America has the talent. If they could put on an America's Strongest Man with like that, I can't see why it wouldn't be big. Then they go to Europe's Strongest Man, which I believe is on April 4th in Leeds, First Direct Arena. This is a big show. Can Thor win again? Can Kielszkowski finally win it? There's a lot of people, and it's also going to feature the World Log Lift Challenge as the first event. So we have Iron Bibby, Graham Hicks, Maddox, the bench press world record holder, says he's going to go after it and do 550 pounds. Was that? That's not going to happen. I'm sorry to say, but I think it's great for new people. Last year we had, what could Larry Wheels do? So now we have, what could Maddox do? What could the person who can bench more than anyone else ever has in the world, what could they do with a log? Not going to get into my thoughts on why those don't correlate 1-to-1, but I think he'll do well, but I don't think he's going to do 500 pounds. That's the short answer on that. But moving on. Then the tour goes to the Royal Albert Hall on June 6th, and it's the first professional weightlifting competition since the famous Great Competition in 1901. So I think this is going to be pretty cool because they say they're going to try to do more historic style lifts. So they're going to include stuff like probably like the Pillars of Hercules, circus dumbbell, and legendary stone carries. That sounds cool. And here is what I find interesting, and maybe this is one I'll go to. A new American arena show for 2020. So, and this is from the blog on giantslive.com. It was released about a week ago. Yeah, that's how behind on videos I am. Previous years, the North American Open has been held in a street format, but in August 2020, the North American Open is getting a show upgrade of epic proportions. The competition will be held in Florida as Giants Live's first big American show, bringing the electric atmosphere that only the lights, music, and roaring arena crowd can bring. So, this is big. It's been held in Indiana the last couple of years, which it's great. Aaron Mullen helps with that. But I think it's time. Obviously, they do. Sorry, there's this weird sun reflection. For Giants Live, someone to try. People say, oh, well, they only work in Europe and in Britain and England, whatever. Is the only place arena strongman will work. People got to try it. They might lose money, but this show right here in, when is it, August? Yeah, August in Florida. That's really going to show how viable as a spectator sport strongman is in North America, or if it's, in the United States, or if it's just going to be regulated to, I guess we just have to have these basically in parts of England. It's just, so if you're watching this in America, you should make a, you got plenty of time to plan. It's not like Worlds. You're going to see most of the same athletes you want to see at Worlds. It's going to be a better viewing experience. I can guarantee you that. If you went to Worlds in Florida, this is not what it's going to be. This is, if you were let down by that, and that's one reason I didn't go, because I know Worlds is a rough experience as a spectator. This should be done in a little bit. There'll be meet and greets. It should be the same standard as all their shows. So, should plan on going, try to figure it out. I don't think tickets are available for you yet. I don't think that's completely announced. But this is big news. They're expanding. They're trying to do bigger shows, bigger arena shows, and maybe make them, worldwide eventually. So this is very, very big, and hopefully we get some of the big American names like Brian Shaw and stuff competing, who generally doesn't do Giants Live events, but I think that would be helpful as far as selling tickets. So, do you think it's viable? Let me know if you think it's viable for there to be an arena show and sell out, 5, 6, 10,000 tickets. I don't know what the venue is for there. Then in September, they're going to do the Manchester Arena for the World Open, featuring the World Deadlift Championships on 12th of September. Canadian on break, Eddie Hall's 500 kilogram deadlift. No, Ivan Markov or whatever declined an invite to this, and I think that's strange. From what I've been told, his reasoning is that he's not. He that's too long to wait, and he fears he's going to get injured in the meantime, which is fair. But like, even I was solicited that if I wanted to pay him $5,000 to show up and all his travel expenses, I could host a meet wherever at some gym, anywhere, for him to deadlift 501 kilos, which is weird. It sounds to me, this is my opinion, like he just wants $5,000 to try to attempt it, which I think is a fair amount to have someone attempt that and even get it to their knees. But if you were confident you could do it, you would make sure to peak to do it in the same conditions, same place, same federation that Eddie Hall did, where you're going to get the most eyeballs on you. It's going to be the most legitimate way to break that record, and you're going to get the most money. He'd get $51,000 for breaking it in September, versus, it was announced he's going to do it at some random meet in Russia, and I'm sure he's, same people were solicited me to host it, that he just wants $5,000. Why wouldn't you want to make 10 times as much money and just wait? You're only going to get one chance to make that thing. Why make so much less money unless you just want a guaranteed $5,000? That's my take. I think he can miss it and still get $5,000 versus, miss it and get nothing for Giants Live. And I'm pretty sure Giants Live would fly him out and put him up and pay the travel expenses, because I've seen people show that, say that in the past, that he doesn't have sponsors, he can't afford to travel, this one's there, blah blah blah. Maybe that's true, maybe they won't, but I would think that they would if there's someone who has a legitimate chance to actually break it. Anyways, moving on. Let me know what you think. Am I being too harsh? I hate to be cynical, but that's just my take on it. I think he's wants the easy money and isn't too sure he can actually do 501 kilos. I'd love to see it broken, but you should do it at the World Deadlift Championships if given the chance. It's the right business decision, and this is business at the end of the day. Moving on, to complete the last one of the year is going to be head to Scotland for the World Tour Finals. So that's cool. At Glasgow's SSE Hydro on 10th of October. Brand new tour date and Giants' first ever Scottish show. So that's cool. That's what's going on at Giants Live. You can find out more information at giants-live.com. I'm Kalle Beck. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and go to store.startingstrongman.com. Check out all our Black Friday deals. Ebooks are 20 to 50% off and more other deals.